if the citizens on their own are actually engaging in civic education,
Yes.
one starts to wonder if the parliamentarians, the civil service, the policy makers
Yes.
were only listening or were sensitive.
Yes.
I mean, they would have figured out way before the bill went for the first reading, second reading, that there's something fatally flawed about this.
Yes.
So how do we go about educating the government, the policy makers and the
Yes.
politicians and everybody who advises government about tax and taxation?
Yes.
Because it seems the citizens are now cued into the logic of how you think about tax. Yes. And I'll ask you another question towards how do you creatively think about tax? But in this case, we know the citizens are now much more alert. How do we make the government much more sensitive to what people ordinarily are thinking about tax and taxation?
I don't know how you do it. You recall, like I said, Rousseau told us that the problem with representative government is that as soon as we give ourselves the representatives, we cease to be free because they become out of touch and out of reach. That is a problem. They're just out of touch. I mean, they're completely out of touch with what is happening in the social media, or because they're benefiting from the status quo, they refuse to listen. And it is foolhardy, because then, because they're not listening, the citizens are forcing them to listen. The Finance Bill 2024 was not withdrawn because the president and the Kenya Kwanza administration wanted to withdraw it. In fact, if you listen to them today, they're still crying about it. They're still saying, oh, this would not have happened if the finance bill had been enacted. In fact, there was nothing wrong with it, but we were forced to do it. They didn't want to do it. They were forced to do it. So when you're dealing with an increasingly assertive, informed citizenry, if you don't listen to them, they will force you to listen to them. And also a citizenry that is empowered by a very transformative constitution such as ours, you will be forced. They'll force you. Or they will recall you, because now the next resort of the citizens is to say, we asked you to vote no to the finance bill. However, you went on a frolic of your own and you voted yes. We are recalling you. In fact, many of them are just waiting for the reconstitution of the Electoral Commission, and then you will be seeing very many petitions to recall members of parliament.